I play fantasy football religiously. Does that make me nerdy or just a douchebag?
That makes you a douchebag.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where
I know
that
My
some
running
lies.
back has
players.
3 hit points.
Yeah. That's totally how it works, man. How dare you?
You get 5 experience points if you hit.
But like, if any of us were true nerds, we would have recognized that Leroy Jenkins video was faked.
Leroy Jenkins. Was it fake? It
Yeah.
wasn't fake.
Yeah, it was
What?
fake. It was staged. And like World of Warcraft fans immediately pointed that out because like the number generator systems that they were talking about were like a bunch of made up bullshit.
I thought of a kind of very nerdy thing. When years ago we're at Comic-Con, we watched the premiere in the big auditorium of the Green Lantern animated movie. And before the start of the movie, I forget who it was, one of the producers said, okay, we're all going to say the Green Lantern oath. So we all raised
So
our hand.
you guys immediately stood up?
Yes, everyone in the fucking theater, so I wasn't the only one, stood up and proudly chanted in brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. And he said, that may be a world record for the most people, for the most virgins in a room. Yeah. We all said the Green Lantern oath we shouted it out as a chorus, and it was great. I nerded out, but man, was it nerdy.
God.
All right, let's if we ever get listeners, let's leave this up to listeners.
Yeah.
Vote. Fucking who has the nerdiest thing? Is it me, Rick Roulet, with the planning randomness?
I would vote for you. Actually, he used D&D dice to choose what DuckTales episode you're being on.
I don't know if it makes it more nerdy or less nerdy, but I actually have a dice app on my phone.
Oh, so much more nerdy.
Because I didn't want to buy
I
plastic
officially
dice.
hate you.
Jacob, what was yours?
Did an
I
anime
watched
course
some
and
Spider-Man cartoon one time.
no, did an anime course in college, and I have to say, was probably the smelliest class I've ever been to in my life.
I can't imagine.
Whoa. Well, here's a question. Was I the only person you told about that course while you were taking it?
I think so. I don't think
Yeah,
I told
then it's not
anyone
that
else I was
nerdy.
taking that course.
Like, if you had gone to, like, every girl you know, like, I'm studying this, that would have been nerdy.
Although nowadays, fucking kids, like, being quote-unquote nerdy is, like, cool, and they get those, like, hot little hipster girls who are like, I'm such a nerd. I've seen all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, and that...
you might actually win some points for that.
Well, yeah, nerdiness has become mainstream, which is actually the reason why Chris Hardwick told that story.
Yeah.
And I had to speak in hushed tones in high school, man. We in the corner, like, yeah, dude, did you watch? I just read the new Batman. Did you watch Monday Night Raw? Oh, it's great.
I had a friend.
Like we're like Judas, like denying he knows Jesus. Oh no, it was Peter. Peter denying he knows Jesus by the third cock row.
Yeah.
I do not know this Batman you speak of.
I think probably if I have to say, and speaking of wrestling, maybe this is pretty nerdy, but the one thing that we used to do back in the day is do the backyard wrestling on the trampoline, and we used to have cage matches, and we would invite like kids from high school. And this was when we were like sophomores.
Who the fuck is we? You're an only child.
Like no, I know me and a friend I had back in the day. His name was Eric, and
People
we
came from miles around to watch wrestling stuff.
Yes, exactly. we had these backyard wrestling like tournaments, and we'd invite other people from the classes in order to come down, and we actually got like these 3 or 4 people to come down and like wrestle on the trampoline. We even got to the point where we got like did step ladder matches, and we got the step ladder on the trampoline, and for some reason we're able to climb the step ladder and still jump on each other like on the actual trampoline and not break anything, which was like crazy, not even ourselves. So yeah, good old violence on trampoline after school.
All right, so let's leave this up to the listeners who may eventually come along at some point. Who's got the nerdiest thing? Matt and his fucking cultish devotion to the Green Lantern.
Or the fact that I have literally almost two sleeves of DC Comics on my arm.
Or the fact that he has almost sleeves of comic tattoos, or Chris Hardwick with his I had to bring
Chris
Atari
Hardwick
cartridges.
is not part of our goddamn competition.
I want to know what the nerdiest thing is.
Fuck
this is
him.
why I said, what's the nerdiest thing you've ever heard of?
Didn't he sexually harass girls?
Yeah, he did. Fuck that guy.
You know what? I don't know what the
He got
story
me
is. there.
too.
No.
He got me too.
He got me too, up the butt.
As far as I know, his girlfriend, once they broke up, started telling stories about how he was abusive towards her.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
So,
right. Yeah. He wouldn't let her
abuse,
eat or anything.
But not, as far as I know, not harassment.
Yeah.
But
It's not the
I don't
same
know.
thing.
I was not super into, like, in fact, I wasn't into the Nerdist at all at that point, so I didn't follow the story.
Celebrity dickhead. That's all there is to it.
I don't know. To me, that still seems like very nerdy. Bringing this thing.
Yeah, that's absolutely nerdy. I have no idea why you're including him in our little discussion.
Because as I said,
I understand you're including him as an example, but if you're gonna have a poll, he should not be part of this.
Well, I'm not trying to buy him a fucking trophy. I just want to know what the nerdiest thing is.
it's the nerdiest thing I've ever heard, and I don't feel like your nerdy shit compares with my nerdy shit.
Just because I live it every day. I go to the comic book store every Wednesday and get my new books. Jesus.
But that's just general routine.
Do you still go to the comic book store? I thought you stopped doing that.
No, I'm back.
Oh, well, there you go.
All right, so Matt, either his cultish devotion to the Green Lantern or his absolute addiction to comic books
Tattoos.
or his tattoos of Star Wars and
This
comics.
poll is going to be nothing but Matt. What's the nerdiest thing Matt's ever done? And that's the poll. That's the whole game.
Now, that could be an entirely separate poll. What's the nerdiest thing Matt's ever done? But that's the thing, Matt. You don't like those are the things that we noticed. You don't have any things that like really stand out to you, like any specific pursuit that you went after that you like in the middle was like, holy shit, this is probably the nerdiest thing I've ever done.
It's hard, man.
When you got your first DC Comics tattoo, were you like, this is probably the nerdiest shit I've ever done?
No, because I was already obsessed at that time. I was like, yes. No, actually, I was 18 and I was kind of gloomy, and I got a Sandman tattoo because I was obsessed with the comic. So
Yeah.
I was all like, oh yeah, goth, delightful.
Probably my favorite.
I didn't even know you had a Sandman tattoo. Where the fuck
Yeah,
is
everyone
that?
thinks it's Jimi Hendrix.
Is it on your chode?
No, it's right there.
Oh, I see. It does look a little Jimi
Everyone
Hendrix.
thinks it's Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah,
He's not holding the guitar though.
No, but he does appear to have a fro.
yeah. Morpheus does
I
kind
didn't
of.
know a fro is instantly associated with Jimi Hendrix.
But he's a skinny guy with a fro.
Right.
And the fact that he's tattooed on someone's arm, people would probably assume it's somebody else. Anyway, tattoos, game cartridges, or
Having a
randomizing episodes in order to have a better experience when the season finale rolls around.
Yeah, back. Yo, my dog.
What is
Or,
he doing to his dog?
did he say being with my dog?
He said he's peeing with his dog.
He can't do that. He has to walk his dog in order for the dog to pee.
Yeah, he's walking the dog. He's gonna pee with the dog outside.
We'll pee on the same telephone pole. It'd be great. We're a pack.
Nice. The dog will appreciate that. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure we have enough content for this episode. So I guess we'll do our outro when Matt gets back, and then we'll call it a night.
Okay.
What are you guys doing this weekend?
We're doing another projection thing.
Oh, nice. Did you move it this time?
Well, I haven't set it up yet, so like I
Oh, okay.
can move it.
Oh, so it's not like a permanent fixture. Oh, well, you can be a permanent fixture because you said it's like a cell and it'll blow down as soon as you have a little gust of wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just was informed by Sarah that Steve King, racist asshole Steve King, lost his
Okay.
primary race. So that's awesome. Really,
That's
really
nice to
cool.
know. At some point, we're going to have to make up fake names and fake backstories for our significant others.
Oh, right. No, I didn't say last name.
No, I know, and we're all using our actual first names and fake last names, so we'll do that with Sarah and Alexis.
Yeah, Sarah says she doesn't have a last name. She's just like, Madonna or Cher.
Like Rocco?
Nice. Like or Rocco, yes. Madonna, Cher, Rocco. They're all the same.
The icons. Yeah.
God. All our favorite imaginary characters.
Jesus. I mean, Christ isn't his last name, right? It just means savior in Latin.
No,
I'm going to cut this short. We want to talk about one more topic?
We were going to talk about... Wait, did we talk about solar opposites last time?
talk about what? Solar opposites?
I gotta go eat a delicious meal. You want to talk about solar opposites on Saturday?
Okay.
Do it. Yeah.
Did we talk about it last time? That was my question.
I think that's good for an episode.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to cut out some stuff. But if you guys want to finish it up,
We can come up with a whole backstory for Sarah. Why does she have no last name?
How does she afford a house working at a comic book store?
it's just.
Remember that time she tried to do laundry?
Yeah, that was a very dangerous day.
Are you guys just giving her Rocco's Modern Life backstory?
Yes. Where were you?
No.
She does have a dog named Spunky, which is remarkable.
Yeah, well, I mean, we may talk about something more, and then we'll do the outro. It doesn't matter. You got anything to plug? Matt's having dinner at Sarah's.
Sarah plugs that she loves everyone and loves the world, and everyone should just hold hands.
Oh, you know what? I picked up from Urban Dictionary. What to you does the word chode mean?
Chode's the area between your balls and your anus.
It means the same thing as taint, right?
Yeah, and gooch.
Yeah, if you look it up on Urban Dictionary now, first off, there's a dozen definitions. They all say the same thing because anybody can fucking edit Urban Dictionary. But if you look it up on Urban Dictionary, almost all of the definitions say that it is a dick that is fatter than it is long, or wider than it is long.
I thought that was always considered a beer can.
Beer cans aren't wider than they are long.
Yeah, they are. Well, I mean, not
No, like a dick that's like fat and then short.
Yeah. But I've always heard of that called as like a can or a beer can or something. You have a beer can dick. I don't know. It was always.
Yeah, I don't know. We got into this conversation.
Who's we?
And was like, if you look on Urban Dictionary, that's what it says. But the thing is, the definition that we know is actually in the Oxford English Dictionary.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go. Also, a chode is just a fucking douchebag.
Right, but that's because it relates to the body in that way.
Yeah. And that's, you call a person a chode because he's a douchebag. That's the area between your balls and your anus. He's not because he's a dick that's wider than he is taller.
I don't know. I'm sure that people who think that that's the definition will say that you call someone a chode for the same reason.
Yeah.
Just like, you do call people dicks.
Yeah. Language always changes. I'm still confused on what really a snowflake is because I keep on hearing people use it in different contexts, and I'm just like, I don't think they're using that word right, but it's so overly used now. I think people just use it in any situation.
Well, I mean, all it really meant was fragile. You're a fragile person, right?
Yeah.
And then it got hurled back and forth, it got hurled by right-wingers at, left-wingers and centrists, especially when they engage in, identity politics. If you seem overly sensitive, you're a snowflake, right?
Yeah.
But then people on the left started pointing out how sensitive people on the right are, right? Like, you're afraid to go to the fucking store without an AR-15. You're the real snowflake.
Yeah.
And so that's why it started getting hurled back and forth. And then people started using it ironically. Like, if somebody gets offended by something and he kicks somebody's ass, you might call him a snowflake because he got offended, right? It's ironic usage.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of lost all meaning because of that, but it does have those sort of 4 specific contexts.
Yeah.
Like pointing out right-wing oversensitivity, or pointing out left-wing sensitivities, or using it ironically to call somebody sensitive when they're really being badass.
Anyways. All right.
All right. Do we actually have an outro? We still haven't written one.
No, we're just plugging our stuff, right?
This has been the Garage Bar Podcast. This is all we have to say about it. This is Rick Roulet. You can visit me on my website, winstonandnewtoninc.com/animetitties.
Nice. This is Jake T. Snake. Yeah, you can find me at your local library trying to research more slang words, because apparently I don't know shit.
Yeah, the library's not going to be that much help, unless you don't have your own computer.
Damn it, is that why I don't know anything? Fuck. All right. Well, see you around, if I don't see you later. I'll see you another time.
I wish we had some sort of like actual sign off, like the Nurse Mark.